This is School Center.
The battle for the Cybertruck was a one sided battle, and Max Perzon and his team just killed it. While that stole the show, most of you missed the battle for Vegas, the battle for the 10th position, which we covered extensively last week. It was way more exciting than the battle for the Cybertruck. There were many one on one battles and close calls at different points, and one man was at the center of it all. His name is Suhit Amin. He runs a high ticket community helping influencer marketing agencies. He is going to join us right now. Suhit Amin,
I can't hear you. Sorry. Can you hear me?
can you hear me now?
Yeah, you were lagging a little bit, but we're good now.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So, Suhit Amin, how are you? Congrats.
I'm good. I'm feeling good. I was a little bit anxious the last couple of days, as you know. I mean, we were
Yeah.
chatting, but as soon as I was refreshing my screen every minute for the last little while, just seeing is Kyle gonna have a last push because he was live streaming at the time,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we managed to do it. So yeah, feeling good.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think a lot of people don't realize because most of the attention went to Max and Keaton that there was a crazy battle going on at for the battle for Vegas, where you guys were battling it out for the 10th position. And then
Yeah.
you just killed it in the last 5 days. If I'm not wrong, you were at 25K and then you just hit 50K by the end of the games. What did you do different?
I mean, so I think I explained it on this call to the other guys yesterday, but I've been running my so I have a program, like a one-time program that we've been running for the last year and a half to 2 years, which has about 250 members in it. And the main thing with what this premium consulting is kind of like the ascension of that to this like premium ongoing community. So we've been like planning this for a while of like when are we going to launch this premium community, getting all the members internally hyped up, kind of building like a wait list for it. Um, so the main thing that we did was a vast majority of the guys who came into the new community are guys who had previously bought our program, seen really good results with it over the last year and a half. You know, we have guys who, they're 23 years old and made like 100K profit with influencer marketing and now want to take it to that next step and, build a business that goes from 6 figures to 7 figures. So a good number of guys have ascended from that program. Additionally, I've been in the influencer marketing space now for
Six
six
years.
and a half years. So I have a pretty big newsletter built up so like with people. So we've been doing like a lot of newsletter campaigns over the last month. Just kind of had a wait list and a bit of a scarcity play as well. We basically told people that we're going to be shutting down the program officially on October 30th. Like no one at all can get into the main program or this program. Like after that, it's done, and I'm not never going to open it again. And a lot of people really got into that scarcity play and really, booked a lot of calls in. So we had a lot of sales calls. Myself and two of the guys on my team were just taking a lot of sales calls. And then when I was talking to you, I thought that 45K would do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we'd like kind of estimated initially. Then yeah, I literally just the last couple of days just went really ham on our Telegram group as well. We have a Telegram group that has it's like a free kind of community, and then just kept going in the newsletter and just basically sort of just creating that scarcity in there. Plus, then also we have a lot of like people that have just reached out via DMs and whatnot on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Telegram as well. So I had one of my team just kind of running DMs as well. So managed it in the end. But yeah, that was the kind of main thing. Everything from this was very organic. We didn't run any ads or anything. It just a lot of it came from original community members plus then this whole scarcity marketing play that we did.
Lovely. So is it like you were talking about the other course which you had? That was a low ticket thing, and then you sort
So
of
that's a one-time program. Sorry,
okay,
one-time fee of £3,000, right? So
right,
one-time fee, or they can split it up, and we host that on just on Teachable because it's not like a community-based thing.
right,
So that's like a one-time thing that people can come in with zero knowledge of influencer marketing and build a business that can generate them 6 figures.
right.
So I say we have about 250 people in that who have. I launched that about a year and a half, 2 years ago, So it's not necessarily super low ticket, but it's way lower ticket than this. This is 999 a month. This is like
Mhm.
a sort of premium like consulting. They get three one-to-one calls with me and two of the guys, or me or one of the two guys on my team. All the 20K worth of like resources that we've spent like getting lawyers to create up and build group coaching calls, obviously the community aspect. There's going to be a couple of other things where we're going to get a few external like coaches to come in as well and do things like that. So this is like a sort of, it's almost like they're paying a retainer to get like direct one-on-one access and coaching from our team that can
Mhm.
basically take them from some the things that just a program can't teach you, right? The things that you need to have like that direct one-on-one um, access to. So yeah, this is really for those agency owners who are like now sort of like have hit that 10. The first program basically gets you to about like 10K revenue per month is the kind of goal, like six figures in revenue per year, and this is the one that then can kind of build you up into making six figures in profit per year, or millions in revenue per year is the goal of this program.
So are you really gonna like not take any new members, or was that a marketing play?
I was thinking about it, and I think that like we might not do, but we have like we have like four or five people that booked in a call for next week, and like
Oh
they
damn.
couldn't make a call this side. So
Right.
I told my main sales guy, I was like, he said to me, "Are we still going to do the calls?" And I was like, "Yeah, they've obviously booked in. Let's still bring them on."
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I'm not sure, to be honest, because obviously I want to provide as much value and quality to the current guys. But I think the way that we will do it is that if there are other people who are in the original program, ascend and come through, and they want to then come into this like ongoing like premium consulting offer. Then we'll take them on. But I don't think we'll like actively push this as the main offer, like publicly anymore. So it'll be I think it was about to say five people who booked in the call for next week. I think they're mostly on Monday and Tuesday, and then yeah, we'll probably take on some people who are like already in the existing program, because I feel like they'd probably feel bad that they can't get in if they weren't at the
yeah, yeah.
position to kind of get to this next stage.
Right. So you don't plan to scale this thing. Like you wanna now provide value and ensure there's no churn and burn.
I mean, the goal of this is to get as little churn as possible. Really, I don't want like the whole point of this is like, and this is why I'm in two minds about it. Of should I like continually scaling up this premium offer? The thing with this one is that it's very time intensive, right? I have to go
Yeah,
specifically on calls with guys.
yeah,
The one-time program is simple, right? They get a course, that's it.
right,
Maybe they get one onboarding call.
right.
Whereas this one is packed with way more, right? It's like they get three like one-to-one like calls
Yeah,
with me and like two of the guys on my team, who are like kind of more senior people on my agency team. There's like
mhm,
weekly group calls with me every weekend. I'll be hosting them Saturdays, Sundays. To direct access to us for any questions, whether that's through school or even on WhatsApp as well. They have access to me on WhatsApp. Obviously, access to other agency owners. The resources, like I say, we spent like £20,000 with getting lawyers to draft
lawyers.
up like all these contracts and stuff. And also one of the things that we'll give to the guys in this program is like access to leads, because I still run my influence marketing agency, and a lot of the leads that we get don't fit for the scale of the agency that we are now. So we're basically just kind of giving them direct access to business as well, right? So I think that it's just something that's difficult to scale unless I was
Yeah,
to onboard like more team members for this one. So if I think for me to begin with, I'll probably bring on a few more people, as I say, that are either coming through the program or the guys that have booked in. So maybe we'll get up to like six. I think we got 52 members in.
hmm,
Maybe get up to 65, and then probably just work with them and nurture them and actually help them get them, best value. Because also like then if I have to be giving consulting calls to 60, any
yeah.
more than
That's a lot.
60 plus people per month, that's a lot. That's a lot to
That's a
do.
lot.
Obviously, I have two other guys on my team that will do it, but I think the focus is just to make sure that there's as little churn as possible, and build these guys, and then get really great case studies, and then turn it into um, a much bigger offer probably in the future. But it's exciting because I've never done something that's like monthly before.
Hmm.
We've been planning this for a while, and my
Yeah,
team have been telling me, we need to do this. We should do it. Jump on school and do it. And I was saying to the guys yesterday on the winners call
yeah.
that I chose the worst month, I think, because they were telling me that we should open it up in September, and I was like, no, I don't have time right now. And then I was like, oh, let's do it. We'll do it in October because November, December, it's going to get really competitive end of the year.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize when we started and opened it up that this was the battle royale. So I obviously chose the hardest chose the hardest month. But it's exciting because I say like it's the first time that I've personally done like a monthly ongoing kind of offer. We've only, as I say, done a one-time course, so it's just really about how do we make sure that we provide that value that these guys are paying for, where like, they're paying 999 a month. They were, at least making, 10x that in profit per month with their agencies, and that's the goal really. And to reduce and to have as little churn as possible. So I think that's what we're going to focus on really, after we get maybe, yeah, as I say, maybe capital like 65 or so
Right.
members, and then just focus on really building with them. We have a few guys in there that are like really experienced now who have come through the original program. And they're going to obviously be a lot of help and provide value to maybe some of the newer guys ascending in. But I think, yeah, any more
Do you
might be
think it
difficult.
Do you think it makes sense to have a low ticket where the first thing which you spoke about, the 3K one? Like, do you think you can package that into a low ticket monthly thing which can scale a lot more?
So I was been considering doing this, but I recently just signed an exclusivity agreement with a very big business entrepreneur content creator. I can't reveal who it is yet, but
Okay.
in short, if you know Iman Gadzhi's Educate program,
Mm-hmm.
he's got like Educate and he's got Digital Launchpad, which has multiple different coaches in it, and that's low ticket. I've just signed an exclusivity deal literally last week with a very big content creator, similar size to Iman, but based in the UK, not Iman, where I basically am going to be one of the kind of lower ticket coaches on his platform. So
Oh, okay.
I'm actually not able to do a
Right.
low ticket offer anymore.
Right.
But the reason I did that is because I think it's a very good funnel to
Right.
from his audience. He's got an audience of 12 million followers, for example, right? It's way more that a potential for them to go through that through his
Yeah.
platform, discover me, buy into then our one time bigger one, and then buy into the really high ticket offer.
Right. Right. Well, I think you have a solid funnel there. Exciting times ahead for you. What would you
Yeah,
say?
looking
What would you
forward to it.
say? Sorry.
Saying yeah, I'm looking forward to building it all out.
What would you tell someone else starting their school games tomorrow? Like, what would be your message for them?
Don't do it in October, for one. Don't do it when it's the battle royale. But also like have fun with it. Like that's the main thing. Like this was really fun. Like I think the fact that because we weren't sure like the whole time like it was because of my basically the two guys in my team who run a lot of my like content were like we should do it on school, right? Because obviously if you're going to do like a monthly like consulting offer, put it on school, make it a community, right? Because that's the perfect thing to do. Obviously all the people who buy into the consulting can then meet each other, they can help each other, and it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like before, why would I do it on school? Like it's meant to be like a premium sort of consulting like thing, right? Consultants don't usually go on school, but they were like, you got to do it. You should do it in school. It's going to actually add a lot of element to it. It's going to actually add a lot of gamification,
Yeah.
make it more enjoyable, and build a community into it. And actually,
Yeah.
that community will then probably help sell the program in the future because they'll get good results and they'll come together. Um, and going through the process of like building it on school and learning everything about school because they were the guys that told me to do it and setting up, it's just been really fun. So I would say that like anyone starting up in school is like have fun with it because and in the games like it's been a really fun business experience. Like I run an influencer marketing agency that has about 20 staff members. That's like my main thing. And comparing that to being able to now jump on school, have a really nice community that are obviously all like competitive with each other. And I've spoken to a couple of the other winners after and learned a little bit about them. It's
Hmm.
been super exciting. I think like I don't really have any specific advice when it comes to scaling it or whatever because the way that we did it was obviously we had this audience in this program previously and already,
Right.
but have fun with it. And then I think from my and then from like an actual like building it perspective, I don't have much experience on low ticket offers. I've only got experience on like one time higher ticket or now this kind of this one. My opinion is that obviously it's easier. Obviously, if how I see it is like for every one person I had to sell,
Yeah,
so the guy below me
yeah,
had to sell
yeah,
10, right? So I think the high ticket stuff is
yeah,
is way better for personally in my opinion. But
yeah,
obviously, it's harder to get people on board. And I think that if I had done this when I'd first started out with my YouTube content or started out doing the program and consulting, it would be a very different situation. But yeah, that's what I would say with all of that, really.
yeah. That makes a lot of sense because when you look at your competitors in the battle for Vegas, like all of them were low ticket, which is why you just made a couple of sales and they were just way behind, and it makes a lot of sense.
Well, except from Dan Harrison because he was having a crazy
But he
crazy
was also
final
high
day.
ticket.
Yeah, he was also high ticket. Yeah, he was having a he was having a crazy last day. I mean, I think he had like $13,000 in the on the 29th of October. I was like, that's crazy. I mean,
That's
like
crazy.
him and Logan were the two other higher ticket guys, I think. And then yeah, the guys below, obviously, it's like I think I was obviously battling with Caleb for a while,
Yeah,
and then Kyle. And I think that obviously the thing is that like for Caleb specifically his is 97 and then ours are like 999, right?
ten
So he has to
times.
sell 10 times for
Yeah,
every one. And it's obviously easier to sell someone on a lower ticket offer, but he needs the more traffic has to go out. So I love the high ticket stuff. I've always been that's why I never did a low ticket community in the first place as well, because I felt that like I would rather, you get that bigger sum of cash up front, right? I feel like it's easier to sell to one person than 10 people, even if it's a higher amount of money, in my opinion. That's how I've always seen it through my experience in business.
cool, man. Thank you for entertaining us. I think you're the one who I covered the most in the last 5 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, I think me and you probably spoke quite a lot. That's why.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. As I say, and like I actually mentioned you in the call last night.
oh
When we
yeah,
all hopped on, saying that like uh, it was quite fun, like watching the coverage that you've been doing because I even sent it to my team like the first time it went out, and they were loving the video that you did where you obviously did the AI voice on all of us. That was hilarious. Like you've
yeah,
made
yeah,
it
yeah.
really, really funny to cover and document, which I think is really nice because obviously what I'm understanding and seeing from the school community is that a lot of the guys here are like friends and it's a very like close, tight-knit community in certain people in school. And I think you really added to that effect, which was nice.
Thank you, thank you. We'll keep doing it. We'll keep improving it. And I'd like to thank you because I reached out to 10 folks, like everybody in the leaderboard. Nobody responded. You're the only guy who responded. And plus, I don't know, it was crazy luck because you were also having a great story. It was not like your journey was also very engaging and entertaining because you had multiple battles at different points. And I think it was just beautiful alignment from, yeah, love it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I woke up and I saw the message on the school app and I was like, oh, let's see what this is. And then obviously I saw the video and I was like, this is good fun. I want to keep up with it. So it was quite good timing when you got me because I think you literally sent it about like 5 minutes before I'd woken up and it was one of
Oh
the
yeah.
first things I saw. So it worked out really nicely actually.
Cool, man, cool. Thank you for joining in. You're also a very first guest, so I have a lot of
Awesome.
interesting plans for the future, and thank you for being a huge part of this.
No worries. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
see ya.
This is School Center.